No tutorial, no safety net, just you, your two equally fucked up siblings, and a world that immediately wants you dead. Literally. You gasp! Wait, not you. That's your mom, exhausted after birthing you, and your sibs inside a damn cave somewhere in the African savannah? You? You're just lying there, blind, deaf, and so small that even a meerkat could punt you like a football. No fur, no claws. Well, mostly panic and hunger. Mom's here though, so that's cool. She's got one job, keep you alive. Problem is, she also has to leave you sometimes to go get food, which means you can be on the menu for literally anything bigger than a house cat. Hyenas, absolutely foaming at the mouth to find you. Eagles, big nope, you'd be a whole snack. Even some random snake could decide today's the day for a baby lion burrito. But you don't care about all that yet. You're just lying there, occasionally wiggling a noodle-like paw, completely unaware that if mom doesn't come back soon, your survival chances are looking like a battery at 1%. Minutes crawl by, then hours, maybe days. Time isn't real to you yet. What is real is the fact that you are hungry, like stomach growling so loud it's a lion's first roar hungry. But hey, look at that, mom's back. And she's not alone. Nope, she's got teeth marks on her shoulder and a whole new level of trauma, courtesy of a hyena attack. But at least she made it, which means you and your siblings live to see another blurry, confusing, probably dangerous day, for now. So here's the deal. You're still blind, deaf, and completely useless. Your biggest accomplishment so far? Wiggling, that's it. But hey, progress is progress. A whole week passes, and finally, boom, your eyes decide to clock in for work. At first, everything looks like a bad Wi-Fi connection, but eventually it sharpens up. And what's the first thing you see? Mom, absolute queen, total MVP. You, on the other hand, are still a bean with legs. Meanwhile, your siblings? They're also leveling up. You all look like three drunken worms wiggling around the cave trying to figure out the surroundings. But it's not going great. Your front legs are vibing, and your back legs? Complete dead weight. Walking is so much harder than it looks. At about 3 weeks old, your legs start kind of cooperating, and you manage to stumble forward like a toddler who just stole their first sip of coffee. The cave, which felt like an endless jungle before, is suddenly way smaller now. And you're bold now. You take a few steps toward the entrance, your first taste of the outside world. That's when she shows up. Mom, bruised, bleeding, and looking like she just went 12 rounds with the final boss of hyenas. Turns out she has to fight off scavengers just to bring home dinner. Now, your tiny baby brain is rethinking everything. Is the outside world just one big horror movie? You were out here thinking it's all sunshine and zebras, but apparently it's jump scares and fight clubs. Then at 6 weeks old, you're given no choice. You're getting evicted from the cave. Mom gives you a gentle nudge. You blink at the chaos outside. Lions everywhere, massive ones, tearing into a zebra like it owes them money. Other cubs, slightly older, watching from the sidelines like they're streaming a true crime documentary. And just like that, you realize your life is about to get way harder. Welcome to the jungle. Gone are the cozy cave days of warmth and safety. Out here, it's all survival of the fittest. And you're still built like a clumsy potato. At first, life in the Pride seems like a vibe. There's milk on tap, endless wrestling matches with your siblings, and enough naps to make a house cat jealous. But let's be real, it's all a setup. This whole fun childhood thing, it's just an elaborate tutorial level before the game gets real. And trust me, it gets real fast. One morning, you wake up starving, like belly growling, ready to chew on your own tail, kind of starving. The Pride just finished a hunt, and you're about to finally sink your teeth into some juicy zebra. But oh, what's this? The big guys eat first. Yeah, turns out your dad and uncles, the Pride leaders, get VIP access to the buffet. Then it's the lioness's turn. And finally, after what feels like a century, it's cub time. Except by the time you and your siblings get there, there's barely anything left. What remains is dry, chewy, and depressing, like someone left the steak out in the sun for 2 days. And oh boy, it gets worse. Every meal is now a battle royale. If you want food, you've got to fight for it. And since you were born a little scrawnier than your siblings, guess who's getting shoved to the back of the line? You. At first, you try to play nice. You wait patiently. You take what's left. But after a few days of watching your siblings get bigger and stronger while you stay looking like a discount house cat, something clicks. No more Mr. Nice Cub. You learn the art of elbowing your way into the pile, shoving and growling like a true savage. And one glorious day, you win. You get a prime piece of meat before anyone can snatch it from you. The taste? Unreal. It's the flavor of victory. But before you can even enjoy it, bam! Someone body checks you from the side. A bigger cub, one of the older ones. He locks eyes with you, and yeah, he's about to throw hands. You bare your tiny baby fangs, but let's be honest. You stand zero chance. The fight lasts 3 seconds, and suddenly, you're on the ground, dust in your mouth, food gone. Lesson learned. Size matters. And you're still at the bottom. All right, champ. After getting smacked in the next week over a chunk of meat, you realize something. Life isn't always about winning. Sometimes it's about surviving until things stop sucking. So you do what any genius would do. You start playing it smart. New strategy unlocked. The art of opportunistic snacking. Instead of diving headfirst into a cub-on-cub brawl, you wait. You lurk. You become the shadow of the feast. While the other cubs are busy eating each other into next Tuesday, you sneak in ninja style and grab the scraps before anyone notices. Call it low effort, high reward. But hey, it's not all Hunger Games. There are chill moments too. You and your siblings wrestle like you're training for the jungle's weirdest WWE match. You practice pouncing on each other, biting ears, and tripping over your own oversized paws. All fun and games. Until someone takes it too seriously and suddenly, Mom's breaking up a full-on gladiator match. Speaking of Mom, she's still the GOAT. Even though she's busy hunting and keeping everyone alive, she somehow always has time for a good mom cleaning session. And by cleaning, I mean aggressive licking. You could be minding your own business, staring at a butterfly, and bam, she's got you in a headlock of love, scrubbing your fur like she's trying to erase all evidence of dirt from existence. Not that it helps, because 5 minutes later, you're rolling in the dust again like a true menace. And the best part, naps. After the daily chaos, nothing hits better than a mid-afternoon snooze under the shade. You, your siblings, and the whole pride sprawled out like a messy pile of golden fluff. No worries, no fights, just the sweet life of doing absolutely nothing. Enjoy it while it lasts, kid, because the jungle is about to remind you who's boss. Okay, now, you've officially leveled up from tiny disaster to bigger disaster. You're about 8 months old now, and let's be real, you've got that awkward teenage energy. Your paws? Still way too big for your body. Your tail? Moves like it has a mind of its own. Your mane? Well, it's trying okay. Right now it looks less like a majestic lion's mane and more like you got into a fight with a tumbleweed. You and your siblings spend most of your time playing, tackling each other, and launching surprise attacks on unsuspecting tails. It's all fun and games until you misjudge a pounce and land face first into a pile of very unimpressed lionesses. Congratulations, you've unlocked the public embarrassment achievement. The real struggle though, food. You're at that in-between phase where milk is a thing of the past, but actually hunting for yourself. Big nope? So, what do? You perfect the sad, starving child look and sit near the adult lions while they eat, eyes wide, tail flicking, looking as pitiful as possible. If you're lucky, some scraps get thrown your way. If not, well, let's just say hunger makes you consider things like, would it be that bad to try grass? You answer, yes, terrible. 0, 10, would not recommend. One day, you finally decide. Enough is enough. Time to hunt. Time to prove yourself. You see a small bird nearby. It's your moment. You crouch down, wiggle your butt for optimal launch power, and here you go. You leap straight into a bush. The bird, completely unbothered. You, pulling twigs out of your mane while your siblings wheeze with laughter. But hey, failures are just lessons in disguise, right? You'll get the hang of this whole apex predator thing soon. Hopefully. All right. Big shot. You've officially made it to adulthood. Your mane? Finally looking less like a tumbleweed and more like a lion's crown. Your paws? No longer tripping hazards. Your roar? Deep enough to make baby animals question their life choices. You'd think that means life's about to get easier, right? Wrong. See, here's the thing about being a young male lion. Your existence is now a problem. The big boss of the pride, the alpha male, dad, or some other old guy, is not vibing with your presence. He sees you, all strong and grown, and his first thought is, yeah, I don't like that, because the way nature works, buddy, is that one day you might challenge him for his throne. And alpha lions? They don't do retirement plans. So, one fateful day, he gives you the look, you know the one, the get out or get wrecked look, and that's it. Your eviction notice is served. No warning, no severance package, just vibes and violence. If you stick around, the old man's going to throw paws, and trust me, you will lose. So, what's the move? You, along with your equally lost and confused lion bros, start walking. Welcome to the bachelor life. Now, you're a nomad, which sounds cool, but it's actually just the lion equivalent of couch surfing without couches. No pride, no steady food, no lionesses giving you attention, just you and your bros, roaming the savannah like unemployed dudes with no dating prospects. You learn to hunt properly, finally, you dodge bigger lions who'd love to kick your butt for fun, and you wait. Wait for what? For your chance to be the big boss. One day, if you survive long enough, you and your bros will find a pride with an aging alpha. You'll throw hands, well, paws, and if you win, boom, you're king. You get your own pride, your own territory, and the whole cycle starts again. Until then, you keep moving, keep growing, and keep dreaming of the day when you get to give some poor young lion the look. And that's it. Your journey from helpless fuzzball to wandering warrior, being born a lion. Yeah, it kind of sucked. But hey, if you make it through all this, you might just get the last laugh.